All right, welcome back. Again, let's go back to Ayanda. She's in Langlaagte. She promised us before we took a break that she would be talking to some of the community members. In fact, she's actually got she's got the community leader amongst her to talk about the looting that has been taking place in Langlaagte. There are many areas here in Johannesburg and also in other areas and parts across the country where looting of foreign-owned shops has been taking place. Well, there she is. Let's cross to her right now just to find out how the community feels.
Good morning to you and welcome to a rather wet and windy Zamimpilo informal settlement in Langlaagte. This is where 2 people died. A shop was looted and another one set alight in the recent violence that has gripped the country over the past week. And residents here have braved the wet weather, the rain and the wind, gathered around this mbaulo, this makeshift fire to discuss a way forward. Where to now? How do we solve the problems that are plaguing this community? I have a community leader with me here, is Danny Dupree, and Danny and I were chatting about the fact that sometimes the dire socio-economic conditions in this area can be a contributing factor that manifests itself in violence and perhaps even intolerance and giving rise to opportunistic crimes in the area. Let's unpack this a little bit more. Danny, there are elections, by-elections happening in this area, and instead of perhaps voters wanting to go out and change their circumstances by casting their ballots, at least, they're choosing to abstain. They're saying that nothing will change in their environment. What do you make of the sentiment on the ground?
Ayanda, good morning. Thanks. Ayanda, look, elections going to take place. I think everybody's prepared to go and vote. But as leadership, from the CPF community side, we had a meeting on Monday evening, realizing that the situation is very tense, and we need to, together with SABC management, to call the leadership in Zamampelo and find out exactly what is the problem, how did everything start, and all this kind of things. And it's unfortunate that 2 lives has been lost, shops looted, the shop across the informal settlement. We are having a meeting tomorrow. That's Thursday at 6 o'clock with the leadership of Zamampelo and the community at large. So we're hoping to find out exactly what is the problems and so forth. But I don't think really that people would stay away from going to vote.
We'll have to find out from some of the community members in just a moment. But what is the message that you will be hoping to get across to community members tomorrow?
I think the message has been very clear from the leadership within that area that we're engaging with the community on a daily basis, on a monthly basis. We have public meetings. I think that after tomorrow's meeting with the community, we will be going out calling public meetings. But I think what we want to ask the community is that the leadership, local government leadership, is available. They are accessible. We will engage with them. The same time that we had a meeting at the police station with SABC management trying to find a way out to deal with to call a public meeting on Thursday. We decided that we will then speak to local government and hear what they say in terms of the situation here in Zamampelo, because there are a whole lot of people, as you mentioned, a whole lot of problems, as you said, that social problems. People want to move out of Frovoli. This is really not an ideal place to stay. But we will keep on engaging the community. Let's
speak to some of the community members now who I managed to chat to a little bit earlier. Sanibonani bahlali, siyabonga ukuthi nikhulume nathi kunetha kangaka kubanda kangaka. Mama ngizocela ukuthi usondele kancane besikhuluma mina nawe ngokuthi kuyavotwa namhlanje, wena uthi nihlukumezeke kakhulu, awuzuvota, awuboni ukuthi khona into ezenzakala ukuchange isituation la, akusicacisela ukuthi bosho ukuthini.
Ngithi sizuvota ngoba siyahlukumezeka la eMzamimpilo. Kuthe sila kuloba bathi khuluma lana baka TV ezenzela itiye sahlala sizwa ngesibhamu siyaqhuma siyaphuma silunguza amalapha nama toilet, siyabona isulumane liyadubula basazi ukuthi kade kwenzekeni ngaphakathi. Nadubula isulumane size sibe baningi lapha, sibe inqwaba sibuka ukuthi lenzani, livika lithi lihlehla lithi dubula ngesibhamu esasisiriva simhlophe. lokho isakubona.
Mama, just saying, recounting the events of what had happened and the fire, the gunfire, the exchange of fire that happened there, and the whole incident regarding the deaths of 2 people. And we're going to have to leave it there. Unfortunately, we have run out of time. But just speaking to 1 or 2 of the community members here, one of them actually said to me, it's unsurprising that someone would try and loot a shop because of abject poverty in this area, the pollution here, and how people are just striving and struggling to make ends meet. So perhaps that's also something to look at going forward in a bid to prevent such scenes from reoccurring. But let's leave it there for now and take a quick ad break.